much. I'll tell you why. Is because for a band to work, you've got to have the right people.
Percy Giles is the keyboard player for the successful UK tribute theatre show, the Fleetwood Mac Songbook. Welcome, Percy.
Thank you very much. Pleasure being here.
Well, it's fantastic to have you on. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you have a very busy schedule. So, if it's okay, let's begin by talking about the Fleetwood Mac Songbook show that you're in. How did the show begin?
Strangely, as all bands do, I guess. So I was looking for a new project. So I advertised on the local band finder, as we all do, and I advertised looking for ABBA tribute bands because that's got to be a winner. I've actually appeared once as an ABBA tribute, which is very interesting. But what I would say is that rather than getting a reply from somebody who would like to join me in forming an ABBA tribute, I'm actually got a message from Lisa. Lisa was hoping to start a Fleetwood Mac tribute band.
Nice.
He said, "Don't do that. Says, don't do that. That'd be a silly thing to do. Come and join us." So I went along to rehearsal, and there was a sketchy band in a village hall in Devon. Well, you can imagine what that's like, can't you? And we started playing, and the bass player didn't turn up, and yeah, and I was thinking, oh, okay, well, I'm here, let's do this. So we played a few of the songs, and nothing was really said to me, apart from at the end was, we'd like to keep you. And so I said, yeah, okay, great. But again, I was thinking, well, there's no bass player. There's yeah, people were late and things like that. So it was sketchy to start with. But having said that, we are now in our sixth year.
Fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been really successful during that time. COVID was difficult, obviously, with all the online stuff. But we now do the theatres up and down the UK. We sell out most of our shows, which is absolutely fantastic. And we were just chatting before this, weren't we, about weddings and New Year's Eve, which today is do I play? Well, we don't because Fleetwood Mac did not bring out a Christmas song to start with.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank goodness. And also, if you do go along to see us at a birthday or a wedding, well, mo the majority of the people won't be coming to see Fleetwood Mac. They're coming along to the wedding, aren't they? So well, we had one incident where we drove all the way to Norwich or somewhere like that. It was a really long trek from Devon. And we got there. It was a beautiful place, absolutely stunning. We were in a barn outside, loads of people, and we started off the bride and groom. We started off with our Fleetwood Mac songbook stuff. The bride and groom got up and danced, and that was pretty much the only dancer we had all night long because I guess there was so much going on, which is, I understand, but you have to love Fleetwood Mac, and that's what is so good about doing a theatre show. Whatever theatre show you're doing, is people have paid to come and see you. They haven't come to see a band just doing anything. So the majority of people, apart from the husbands that are dragged along, um,
Yeah.
it's true, I'm afraid. Yeah, most of the audience, they're there to see you, which is fantastic. And as the years have gone on with the band, they come to see the Fleetwood Mac songbook, not just to hear Fleetwood Mac, because they now know us, trust us. They know they're going to have a good show and a good night. Um, and for me, I cannot go back. I just cannot go back to doing pubs, clubs, and whatever. I just the money could be great, fantastic, but I just, in my heart, do not feel satisfied with any of that anymore and can't do it. So yeah, yeah, Stick with it. If you're in a tribute band, my top advice is stay where you are. Because it's just, it's, it's top class gigging. Is
Yeah.
what I can say. Yeah, I've done everything. I've done absolutely everything down the years. Started at 12. So I was 12 years old and my dad was playing one of those old-fashioned organs,
Okay.
double manual. I think it was a Yamaha, so probably top range at the time. And he was absolutely terrible. Uh, it was absolutely terrible. He used to give us recitals, and everybody left the room. It was just, yeah. Anyway, he said, "Would I like lessons?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll give it a go." So I gave it a go, and I was very, very quickly much better than him, which he was delighted.
Sure.
He was absolutely delighted. I got together with a friend who was a drummer, school friend, and we got a gig at the local conservative club. They had a Lowry organ there. You must know the Lowry organs.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, they were good. They were really good. And with the drums, and it because we were only 18 at the time, um, we used to be drunk most of the time because, an opportunity to drink. Drink and gig. It was just amazing. And we did that. There's no vocals. It was just me playing the Lowry organ and the
Nice.
drummer. And you could get away with that in 1980 odd. Then we did hotels, clubs, and other venues. Then we became a trio, various forms. I managed to get some contracts abroad as well.
Nice.
So, yeah, we went to Cyprus. We did
Nice.
4 months out there. And then we went to Japan
Wow.
uh, for another 4 months through Tokyo and never got out of the city.
Right.
Never got out. It's so vast if you've ever been there.
No.
It's well, we were playing every single night. Every single night we were playing there. And it was almost a day's journey to get out of the city.
Wow.
We just never had time to do it. Yeah, absolutely crazy. But what an experience.
That's
What an,
great.
what an experience. We were playing. It was like like a John Lewis store.
Okay.
Massive John Lewis store. Up on the top was a cafe. And the cafe was Budweiser Carnival, it was called. And the whole idea of it was that you would play for 20 minutes, take a break for 20 minutes, play 20 minutes, and this would be repeated 4 times,
Right.
which seemed peculiar in our world. But what it was it attracted what they call salarymen, so business
Okay.
who basically wanted something to eat and drink after work.
Right.
They would come up right up to the top, have a meal, but they would not eat when we're playing
Okay.
because of their manners.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, they would not eat. So that's why you had to have 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off.
Wow.
Otherwise, they would not eat.
Great story. What a great thing to do.
It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy, but I'm glad I did it. Yeah.
Fantastic. And it sounds like sort of in between, you've done sort of like pubs and bars and all that kind of thing leading up to what you're doing now. Let's talk a little bit around the show that you do now. So, had a look through all the socials. Great sounding Fleetwood Mac tribute, and what a great, a catalog of songs to choose from. So that must be the greatest thing. Do you have like a set thing that you do? Do you shake it up? What do you do, sort of song wise?
We play all the hits and a few of the ones that, maybe people would not recognize,
Yeah.
like Silver Springs.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've ever watched Silver Springs on The Dance, which is a TV special that they did, it's a real fantastic song that wasn't on the Rumours album. It was too long. I
Okay.
know it's because I play a clip of Stevie Nicks constantly saying it's too long. That's part of the show. That's why I know it. uh, uh, but it's a great song, and it's probably the band favorite. song, but we do all the hits. We do the slower songs in the first set,
Yeah.
and some of the more the Stevie Nicks songs are all dramatic, all of them. Yeah, all the ones are just dramatic, which suits our lead singer Lisa, really well. She has a great voice for it, fantastic. Second set, it's all the massive hits.
Nice.
Yeah, Tell Me Lies, The Chain, Go Your Own Way. It's all those almost back to back. We use visuals as well. The visuals go with the songs. Not we don't use the actual Fleetwood Mac videos.
Yeah.
Chose appropriate videos to actually use. But it all enhanced the show. And if you're paying, 25, £30 to come and see us, you would expect a good show. And
Well,
hopefully
that's
that's
a interesting point, and I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. So I think people will be fascinated by this. So just as far as visuals, I mostly do holiday parks, and they have screens, and we've got some set sort of clips that we give, and we hand them over, and they just change those around, and that's fine. But you guys using and I was reading up about this, a Visibox and MainStage. So just tell us a little bit about that because it's fascinating. I spent a good sort of couple of hours reading about this yesterday.
cool.
Ooh, that's great. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'll probably start with main stage.
Yeah.
A lot of people use MainStage or Ableton Live, don't they? I chose MainStage because I could get it on my Mac really well. It all works because it's a Mac on a Mac, fantastic. So I use
Good.
that for extra sounds. I also put on the audio clips and things like that. And so the way I work it is I use one of these.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got the triggers here, you've got the volumes here. So every track on main stage I can control here. And also I can trigger the video, the clips. I can fade in, fade out because we have background music.
Nice.
So we have orchestral Fleetwood Mac, would you believe? Uh, you know, and we come on to Albatross as well. We come
Nice.
on to Albatross because we can't play it.
Okay.
It has two guitars, and you just can't do it.
That's fine.
Yeah. And personally, this is my thoughts alone, is it's not good for the audience anyway. If people ask for it, why didn't you play Albatross? And I have to stop myself from saying, because it's, anyway, I'm not going to say
All I could think of was Joe Cleese. Albatross.
it.
Is
Yeah,
that is that the Korg? What
yeah, so no, this is Akai actually,
Akai, the Akai one. Okay.
LPDA. Yeah, I did just buy the Korg one, the
Okay.
one with sliders, and I thought because I've got the Korg Nautilus, I'd be able to control the drawbars.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I really miss about the Korg Nautilus is the drawbars.
Hmm.
But you can't do it, and I've spoken to Korg as well about it, and you cannot do it. The only way you can control your drawbars on the Nautilus is by doing it on screen.
Yeah.
But I I ride my drawbars
Yeah.
all the time, and I really missed it. Yeah. Anyway, going back to the
Yeah.
mid side of it, so that triggers main stage,
Okay.
but with Visibox, and this is why I went with Visibox, is it has a MIDI function.
Yeah.
I can do all the triggering by MIDI. So it's the same. So it's one button. All I have to do is press one button. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Yeah. So I can do everything from this little machine here.
Fantastic. And if anyone hasn't checked out Fizzybox, do go to their website, check it out. It's drag and drop. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And if you change songs around, you just like you say, drag it to the next slot and whatever. And we display our socials on there at half time. I can trigger the music on here. Visibox is really good. It's always been updated. Every time I turn on my computer, it said, would you like to download 3.2, 3.3? It's just like it just goes, and you can map everything as well. Everything. Yeah, I highly recommend Visibox. It's a subscription and it costs me tenner a month. Yeah,
For
you
what
know,
it does, that's incredible.
it is. It is. It's really good, and you can do the resolution, everything on it, and you can put clips on there if you want to. I don't do that because some of the clips I put in at different times. You know, like we will start off Black Magic Woman where I'm just playing electric piano, and then I will put a clip in of Mick Fleetwood talking about Peter Green because that's
Sure.
our Peter Green part of the show,
Yeah.
and he says how they got their name. So that's kind of what I'm using it for. It's like mix and match and everything like that. But for me, just keeping things really simple. One button. That's all I've got to do.
Fantastic. How
Yeah,
great is that? Talking about simplicity and all of the keyboards that Fleetwood Mac would have used and all of the complexities and all of the just the way those songs were layered. And you've got that beautiful Nautilus, the Korg Nautilus there. Tell us a little bit about that and how you set that all up for the show.
yeah, yeah. Sure. This is my favorite keyboard of all time. It's brand new, so I've had it since last August.
Nice.
I wish somebody had kicked me up the arse, told me to actually buy the Kronos before, because I've been through every single keyboard that you can think of. You were talking about that you have the SK2,
Yeah.
which is a great keyboard. Well, I had the SK Pro
Yes.
76,
Yeah.
right, which is a great keyboard.
Yeah.
Right? Um, but for me, it always meant carrying two keyboards because it doesn't do everything, does
No.
it?
No. Sure.
The Hammond sound is fantastic, which I totally agree with. But the Korg Nautilus has every single sound that you can possibly think of. It takes 3 minutes to boot up. That is a slight issue
Okay.
if things go wrong.
Wow.
But on it, it has this screen here, and I've got notes. So I've got a set list mode, so you have all your songs in order or not, it doesn't matter. And I can put notes on it. For instance, I've got Gypsy up here, and I've got the chord sequence for the middle because I constantly keep forgetting
Oh,
it.
that's great.
There's numerous splits. You can split everything wherever you want. So I do that with all the songs. And I also, because it's all MIDI'd up with MainStage, I can use some of the sounds on MainStage as well,
Okay.
just to enhance it. For me, it does everything. Look, just going back a stage, we were talking about drawbars.
Yes.
Right. So drawbars is the only thing I cannot control easily, and like I said, I really miss it. So just bought this machine here. I don't know whether you can see it. Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Viscount DB3 module with
Okay.
drawbars.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm playing this. That's sending MIDI to that on channel one. The lower part is sending it on MIDI two, which it all recognizes.
Nice.
And now I can play Hammond organ through this. That then goes through to my Neo vent,
Okay.
which is my Leslie simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have that on a board just below. And all that then runs out through radial key Largo. I don't know if
Nice.
you've heard of the key Largo.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody's on the forums on Fleetwood Mac, sorry, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying, "Oh, what mixer? Do I need a mixer?" And I just bought this because of the recommends, and I bought it thinking it was just a mixer, but it isn't. It's you can put your swell pedal through there, you can
Okay.
put effects units through there, but the electronics in it just make the sound the best sound I've ever heard. And everywhere I go, all the sound engineers say it's the best keyboard sound they've ever heard.
Wow.
Don't believe it's because the Nautilus is so good or this. It's that. It,
Wow.
it's the radial key Largo. It's I don't know. I don't understand it. I really don't. But
Wow.
it's just amazing the sound that comes out of it. And you straight out there, straight into your PA.
Fantastic. Great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is one of the top things, right? And it's the oldest bit of kit that I still use. It's this. Ah, oh, I can't really see it. It's the TC Helicon Perform VK.
Okay.
Right? It's a harmonizer. It is.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Because I'm a keyboard player, you're a keyboard player.
Yeah.
You can send MIDI, aren't you? So,
Yeah.
I've programmed it, which is so easy to do. It's pressing one button and pressing a couple on your keyboard. What that does is it produces harmonies. So whatever my left hand is playing, if I sing into my mic, the harmonies come out and I cannot sing a wrong note.
Wow.
Cannot sing a wrong note because it's reading my left hand, unless I play a really tough chord, of course.
Oh, that's great.
It is. And what makes it so great is because it's the Fleetwood Mac's tribute,
Yeah.
is Fleetwood Mac, above all things, is about harmonies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got three singers in the band and all harmonizing. And if I just put the vocalizer on it as well, you just get a huge sound.
Really goes big.
You get that ethereal sounding harmonies that Fleetwood Mac are well known for. You know,
Yeah.
it's like in Gypsy and things like
Yeah.
that. It's just, yeah, for me, that's a secret weapon for the gigs that I do. Yeah, really good. Fills it out. Fills out. I mean, I put loads of reverb on it. There's loads of
Nice.
echo. Yeah, it is. It's very ethereal. Yeah, it's yeah,
Nice.
really.
And what was that again? That was a TC?
Yeah, TC Helicon Perform VK. Yeah,
Nice.
K must be keyboard.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
yeah. Yeah, MIDI, right? Yeah, if you want to sound great and you sing terribly, right, have one of those. You can't use it as a direct voice. I mean, you can, but what I do is I knock out my voice. I
okay.
knock out my voice totally, so my natural voice does not come through at all.
Okay.
It's purely the harmony side of it, which is being read by my left hand because I'm playing chords.
Nice. Is it quite easy to turn on and off?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's just simple. And you can program it. It's three different programs, so you could have different things. You could have two-part harmony, three-part harmony,
Nice.
octave, whatever you want. And it's also got pitch, correction, and tone, and anti-feedback on it as well.
Fantastic.
It's so cheap. And it's, it must be about 5, 6 years old, and I've never seen anything that's as good
Wow.
ever. Yeah.
There you go. Great recommendations. It has some great gear recommendations today. Fantastic to hear. Let's talk a little bit then, perhaps of gear through the ages. So when you look back over sort of all your years of playing, what are the sort of keyboards you've really enjoyed using?
My first ever keyboard was the Vox Continental.
Wow. Great place to start.
Yeah, it was a great place to start. And I used to carry around. This is when I was going in the Conservative Club. My first ever gig was had a Leslie unit as well. So massive, great big Leslie unit. That was good. But it's only recent years, I think, that I've always bought the top whatever I can afford. And that is a recommend for you. Buy the best you can. I see all the time people, on Facebook and things buying sort of second rate stuff. And I'm scratching my head because I don't know how you would do that and put yourself in a theatre. You've got to have the flagship stuff. The sound is it has to be there. And also the way you use it, like I just described, you've got the screen, I can put chords, I can put prompts, I can put instructions on it, I can MIDI everything. It's to me, always buy the best you can afford. And even if, you don't make a profit for a year, just do it because you just won't regret it. And then, when the next flagship comes, you've still got something really good to trade in that everybody's going to want. Always buy something everybody wants.
It's great advice. Did you have
Yeah.
a? Did I see in one of the pictures? Did you have the is it the Kumar electric piano?
Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, I still got
I've
it.
hovered over that so many times. Just pulled back at the last minute. That looks great.
The Kumar 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, the piano. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. It really is. I bought it because I like Krumar. Because I like the Mojo. I've got the Mojo 61 as well,
Right.
and so I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great? Yeah, and it's electric, old-fashioned electronic Rhodes type thing. It's
Yeah.
got a flat top, so you can just put whatever you like on top of it.
Lovely.
And yeah, so the Kumar 7, and I've never heard such fantastic electric piano sounds. The reverb is something else on that. I mean, I
Nice.
never really thought about reverb. I thought just reverb, you put reverb on that, and it's just studio quality. It's yeah, absolutely amazing. But for gigging, I want one keyboard. I want one keyboard because this is heavy. This is seriously heavy. And some of the places you go, any gigging musician will know upstairs, downstairs. Yeah. So it's a two-man job carrying this because I can't do it by myself anymore. And I bought that because it doesn't have anything else, that goes in the case.
Yeah.
Goes in the case. So that's easy. So I really want to go down to one keyboard, and that's what the Korg Nautilus and all the other bits and bobs with it. That's given me that opportunity to do. And I am so pleased that I found it. And why didn't I buy it before?
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. That's so interesting. So you guys are down, are you all down that side neck of the woods as far as
We
living
were,
wise?
we were.
Okay.
We all were Devon, Cornwall. But Lisa, now the band leader, she lives up in Birmingham, or near.
Okay.
She told me off for saying Birmingham. It's somewhere near there, and but it makes no difference because our gigs are all over the place.
Sure. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, so some of those you got some drives to your
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Worst thing about gigging is the drive. The M5. Have you been on the M5?
I'm very familiar with the M5. I used to live that
Oh,
side of the world. I am actually live in Norwich now,
oh,
but
dear.
I
Right.
used to live on the other side of the country.
M5. What is it with Taunton? And it's the same as every other motorway. Just oh, yeah. If as soon as I get past Gloucester, it's normally pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, I just don't know what's going on.
Summer months, especially those roads are going down there. That's
We normally have August off. So
right. Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
we do the odd festival and things. I hate doing festivals. Oh, I mean, no doubt some of the viewers, will do festivals, but I can't set up in 20 minutes.
That's
I just can't do it. You wait for the band to come off, and I'm not panicking about the performance. It's will the gear work? You set it up as quick as you
yeah.
can, and then you start and you think, oh, I can't hear anything.
Fantastic. I think you mentioned you are in ears, right, rather than monitor.
Yes, I'm in ears. Yeah. Again, I'm going to go back to what I said before. Buy the best you can. These are ultimate ears,
Right?
right? Molded,
Yeah.
900 quid these were.
Wow.
But, and I was umming and ahhing, so the least, look at the size of them, £900, you're joking.
Sure.
Um, but they have changed my life as far as gigging is concerned. We control our own in-ear mix.
Yeah.
So we use a Behringer 24, and
Yeah.
it's you just go on your phone or on my instance on my laptop, you just adjust the sounds
It's
whatever
great.
you want in your ear, and everybody does the same. It's so good, and I also make sure I'm stereo. So a lot of monitor mixes are mono, of course.
Right.
Make sure I'm stereo, and when I'm playing, it sounds like I'm in the studio. Well,
Nice.
playing live, it sounds like studio. I mean, talking about the harmonies like we did before,
Yeah.
the harmonies just blow my mind. It's just amazing. We've got one
Nice.
in Green Manalishi, going back to the Peter Green era. So we do three songs from Peter Green,
Okay.
and yeah, Green Manalishi, our singer does the ooze that Peter Green would have done in
Okay.
you know, and she does some incredibly high notes. It's so high, I take out my ears because something happens in my ears where it goes, and it makes me feel sick. Not that not that Claire makes me feel sick. Not at all. She's
No.
a fantastic singer, but
She is.
she yeah, something hits some frequency, and it just like almost knocks me out. Apart from that, in ears, for me, absolute must. I was the one who introduced it into the band because, yeah, you know what it's like. You go to do a sound check. I can't hear this. I can't hear that. Then you when the band starts, we do a sound check. Suddenly, what you could hear, suddenly you can't hear, can you? But now, just on your phone, mobile, tablet, blah blah. Just need a bit more of that, less of that. Yeah, and it's done. It's the theatres love us because we bring our own in ear.
Yeah.
So we got splitters. So everything goes into all our stuff goes into a splitter, which goes out to front of house, and then the other one goes to our in-ear mixer, and that's all they have to do. And if they cock up front of house, I don't care at all. Because to me, I'm in a studio. Yeah, I'm in a studio. I'm absolutely fine.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just the way to go. These things you don't know, do you, to start with?
No.
Experience tells you, this is what it's all about. I want
Yeah.
an easy life, and I want us to sound good. I want us to have a good visuals, and to do that, you just got to put the energy and just do a lot of research and find out what's going to work. And yeah, we've managed to achieve that, and the show is just so good. It's so good. Yeah, by by the time we get to everywhere. Uh, it's everybody's standing,
Nice.
yeah, dancing, I know. And then at the end of the day, the management come up and tell us off. Everybody was dancing. That's not really anything to do with
What's the
us, is
point?
it? Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. So just if say someone was watching this, perhaps in a different country, perhaps they're just sort of starting off and they're looking to progress their careers, what's the things that you would say to somebody if just sort of a couple of lines of advice to hey, what's the way that you wish you'd known when you started?
Um, I think all of us, we all don't think we're good enough, do we? We all think that, oh, I'm not as good as Corey Henry. No, we aren't actually.
No.
We aren't as good as Corey Henry.
Yeah,
Never will be. We're not good enough at singing. Oh, we go flat, or our guitar, we haven't got the licks. Do you know, I don't think it matters that much. I'll tell you why, is because for a band to work, you've got to have the right people, not the best people. Right. The best people are normally ones that know they're the best, and unfortunately aren't always a good fit, to put it politely. Um, but yeah, if you're the right person, so to be a right person, you have to play the right things, all right? And the right things are not everything, all right? Don't play everything. Don't overplay. Play minimalist. Be the minimalist in the band because you've got to leave space.
yeah,
You've got to leave space in a band. So I'm on the same frequency as a guitar.
yeah,
We're mid-range, aren't we? Uh, so you can easily overplay things, and then you can't hear the guitar or you can't hear the keyboards. You're doing the same thing. don't, don't leave the spaces. The spaces is just so important. The spaces, in fact, make a song.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those songs we do Rhiannon, right, which is pretty heavy on. But the start of it, we just do a piano solo, and
Yeah.
Lisa sings very slowly over the beginning of it. And that's what makes the song. It's not everything else. It's not the fantastic chorus. It's the piano part at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So top advice is don't overplay. Have good gear. Do not buy mediocre gear if you want to be in a good place. Just don't do it. Get on with your bandmates. If there are differences, well, compromise. Don't be the arsehole in the band. Yeah. Somebody says to me, if there are no arseholes in the band, you are probably the arsehole.
That's that's great saying.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think there are any, but so it must be
Oh, that's great.
yeah, it must be me. Yeah, just get on with everybody and have fun. Um, I as a keyboard player and as you are, as probably the listeners are, you are seen, aren't you, as a tech. You are seen as a tech person,
Yeah.
which is true to a degree. Like I know the keyboard, I know about setting up, blah blah blah. But when it comes to PA, I know nothing. I know nothing, but it's always presumed that you know everything about everything because you bought it. You yeah, you operate it, so you know everything and you don't. So I think, also having that in mind is people will be asking you lots of stuff about how to do this. So be kind and be considerate of what they're saying. And if I don't know, this is the way I do it is, it's all online, or there's a manual, perhaps you could look it up because it's not my issue, it's your issue. Um, and as time goes on, people will then do it and they will then take over doing it. And then I can go up to them and ask them, and they think I'm the whatever.
That's all such great advice. And the other thing to add to that, and the interesting thing about doing these videos, and I'm talking to pro touring musicians and one myself, is that when I always set up a Zoom meeting, and everyone arrives exactly on time. Every single one of these I've had because you're looking at musicians, and that's such an important thing, isn't it? Musicians to be there
Be
on
there.
time.
Be there on time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we always turn up at the gig at 3 p.m.
Yeah,
We've got loads of time to set up, get to know the people that were there,
yeah,
take a break. And because it's theatres, we normally start at 7:30, finish by 10.
yeah.
Then we're on the road, say about 11, with our mega journeys home. Anyway, yeah.
And service station sandwiches at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Station
which you
sandwiches. Yeah,
charge an exorbitant amount.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I share a lift with the bass player most of the time.
Ah,
Yeah, he brings snacks.
nice, fantastic. You can catch up with the Fleetwood Mac Songbook on Instagram, on Facebook, and of course on the Fleetwood Mac Songbook.co.uk. Percy, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and I thank you so much for coming on and sharing all the wonderful stories, all the information about your gear, information about your show. It's a wonderful show. Check it out on social media. When it comes to a town near you, which I think you are coming to a town near me soon,
Yeah,
check it out.
you be there.
I'm going to be there, and you know how great it is. The guys are doing shows in January, which is very, very brave for a theatre show. So you know how good they are.
Yeah.
Percy, it's been wonderful to talk to you, man.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate speaking to you.